Good evening, everyone. Good afternoon. Welcome, everyone, to tonight's Periscope. Happy New Year to you all. Today is such an exciting day. Thank you for joining, Ms. Jahida. Welcome, everyone. I am so excited to really be here with you this afternoon and share that this year in 2016, thank you, Happy New Year, my love. In 2016, we will be switching things up a little bit at Sexuality Power, and our broadcast will actually be happening. The morning inspiration, Monday through Friday, will be at 11 a.m. And the Sexuality Power Talks, the Let's Talk About the Unspoken, will be now at 4 p.m. So this is the first one that is at 4 p.m. So thank you all for joining. I am hoping to just reach more people this year and really do more with Periscope on here. So thank you all for joining, and welcome to anyone who's new. Click on the Perry person down there and really share it out with all of your fans and all of your viewers as well. Thank you. So the topic for tonight, last night I did an amazing ritual with you all where we did some goal setting, some intention setting for 2016 and created a vision. And one of the things that came up for me this morning as I was kind of contemplating on what to bring to you all today was the fact that we didn't do intention setting and visioning with our loved one, with our beloved, with our intimate partner. And that is something that I want to uplift on this scope today, is really how do you set intentions, goals with your significant other. And I have a couple of things that I want to share on goal setting, and then also some things that you can, some practices that you can put into effect this year that are really going to make your relationship much more juicy, which is always fun. So the first thing is, with goal setting, you want to do it together, and you want to create a romantic environment where you can really come together and share with one another your visions for your individual, things, and then really co-create a vision together for 2016. So what are some things that you should be writing down with your partner? So last night I did a couple of 10s, so I'm gonna follow the same suit and do a couple of 10s here. So write down together, so this might actually take some conversation, some negotiation during this process. Write down 10 experiences that you both want to have together. So that might be actually going on a romantic getaway, a romantic vacation together. That might mean going horseback riding together. So think of 10 things, There's experiences we want to have in general, but then there's experiences that we want to have with our partner. And these are the experiences I'm talking about. 10 things that you want to experience with your partner together. Then I want you to think of 10 commitments. 10 commitments you will vow to uphold together in 2016. And one of the things that came up for me when thinking of commitments is really, how can you go deeper in your relationship? How can you expand your mutual respect, your power together? And for me, one example that comes to mind when I think of, what are we committing to, And that could be we're committing to not have arguments, have passionate discussions, have conversations, but really not to argue. And that's a really big one that came to mind today when I was coming up with these activities for you all, is having those commitments that are, things that we're going to hold each other accountable to and really honor in our relationship. Then I want you to come up with 10 feelings or emotions, sensations in life that you want to experience and coexist in, right? So happiness, joy, pleasure, passion, how do you want to experience that with your partner? Are those the feelings you want to experience? And not only that, but this is a great time to kind of talk about what do these feelings feel like, right? Because we always say like, oh, I want to be happy and I want to experience happiness, but that might look very different for you and your partner. And this is a great way to start the year where you're really honoring each other and finding out how you both relate to these emotions and these feelings and how you embody them, right? So the second thing is, in terms of intentions, is really writing down what you want to work on together in your partnership. So partnerships take work, they take dedication and commitment, and there's always growth to be had, right? If we're not growing, we're dying. And what are the ways in which you want to grow with your partner? Are there certain areas in your relationship that need to be strengthened? This is the time to really honor that and write it all down, right? How does that growth look like? What do you want? Is it reading spiritual books together? Is it going to meditation classes together? Practices that really are going to deepen your connection to one another. And my last tip for the afternoon, is to create a fantasy jar. A jar where each day you both drop in a little fantasy. It could be something from I want roses to, a really elaborate fantasy that you've had for quite a while. But write your fantasies in a little piece of paper, put them in a jar, and every week pick one together, right? Just randomly pick one and enact that fantasy. Role play, yes, Jahaira. Thank you for pointing that out, right? So, and the thrill of it is that you're putting in something every day and you're only taking out one a week, right? So you're not doing it every single day, but you're putting something in every day. So by the end of the year, you're gonna have 365 times 2 fantasies that you can pick from, right? So that's more than enough. If ever there's a moment that is, quote unquote boring or a dull moment in the relationship, you can always add an extra role play session, fantasy session into your week, into your day, and really keep the relationship exciting and refreshed and renewed. I really enjoy the fantasy jar. Last night I spoke of a happiness jar and a miracles jar. So this is kind of the sexy version of a happiness jar, is a fantasy jar. So those are my tips for you all for today in goal setting and connecting with your partner around setting intentions for 2016. This is a very powerful process that can really strengthen and increase that bond you have already. And if you do not have a partner in your life at the moment, you can still do this exercise and just imagine the things that you want to experience with the partner you are already attracting, because you are already attracting that partner or partners into your abundant life. So thank you all. I wish you all a continued Merry New Year. Happy Friday, happy 2016. And until tomorrow, I love you all. Bye.